Hi everybody, today I'd like to do a little video on training requirements that you guys have for each of your brands. And how do you find out how many credits you currently have? What kind of training is required? Where can you find additional classes? And what should you take before the end of the year? So I get these questions at this time of the year quite a bit because we're heading into the fourth quarter and you're in the final stretch and you're like, I want to be compliant. But you can look at this anytime during the year. I send this out a couple of times during the year, but I thought I'd make a little video so I'd make it nice and simple. These things are easy to find. So first off, you want to know how many credits you currently have, because you might be saying, I've taken all these classes, I should have enough credits. How many credits do I need? How many credits do I currently have is your first question. So you're going to find that out in My Learning under a screen called Analytics and then your Hotel Activity Transcript. I have my version of My Learning up here on the screen. It might look different than yours, probably does look different than yours. But up in the top left corner, if you don't have Analytics on your screen, you can click on that, go to Admin, and it's coming. Analytics Admin, you're going to go to Analytics, and you could either click here or here. I'm going to click up here because I like that one. And then you click on IHG Hotel Activity Transcript. Your hotel, it might just say Hotel Activity Transcript. For your property, you only have access to one. If you only have access to one hotel, it's nice and easy. In my case, I'd have to use filters and find which hotel to pull it up. But you're going to get all of the credits you currently have at your property, but also all the other not-for-credit classes that have been taken this year. So like IHG Way of Clean or other classes that you might not come to my head right now that you might be taking throughout the year, IHG Rewards Club and stuff like that. Okay, so that's where you're going to find it. If you have questions on that, send me an email. I could walk you through it again. But again, it's in My Learning up at the top left-hand corner, Admin, and then Analytics. Okay? Let's take a look at the second question. What should I take, or what am I supposed to take? So I really recommend the best way to do this, and really for any general manager or anybody who's in a position of management at the hotel, try to better yourself a little bit each week with some additional knowledge. Maybe take a time during the day. Maybe it's every Friday. Maybe right after my call, or maybe at some other time during the week. You schedule yourself an hour of downtime. You close the door, and you close the door and you have some mindful time and maybe a little bit of learning time. I really recommend that you take some time to go through the Online Brand Standards Manual, pull something out, and then take a look at it. The way I recommend that you do it, here, I'm going to bring it over again. Let's take a look at the Online Brand Standards Manual. So I have this one lined up already, but what you do is you can go in and hit Search Standards. And under Search Standards, you put in Training and run Search Standards. And you're going to get every instance in the training manual, in the Online Brand Standards Manual that shows you information about training. Anytime training is mentioned, it's going to be here. So for example, a minimum of 4 colleagues, this is for Holiday Inn Express, including the general manager, must obtain 8 credits annually by the calendar year, including sales, 1 credit, food and beverage, 1 credit, and additional as required by IHG. So if we were to say, hey, take this class, then you would have to take that as well. So, but as a minimum of 8 credits. So where are you at right now? Well, you went and looked at your My Learning and you say, I only have 3. So you have to get 5 more credits before the end of the year. But there is also a lot of other training that is required, like Loyalty Champion training, additional mandatory roles such as a Guest Experience Champion. That training doesn't get you credit sometimes. So just look at this and see, here are all the things that are required by IHG for my brand. And you can change the brand. Actually, your brand is going to pop up. But if you do have access to more than one hotel, you can change which brand you're looking at up here. But hopefully, you just have the one hotel. You're going to pull up your Holiday Inn, Holiday Inn Express, Candlewood Suites, or Staybridge Suites, or Crown Plaza. I cover hotels that have 5 different brands. This is just for the Holiday Inn Express. Each one is different. Each one's going to have different requirements. And the reason I don't just send out a checklist of all the different requirements, because they do change over time. And the best way to do it, because this video is hopefully going to last a while, you can go in there and pull up the Online Brand Standards Manual, and find out what's most current for you. Okay? So that's what do I need to take? That answers that question, hopefully. And I find that most people are happy with this option to be able to kind of go through and see all the things that I need to take. You can make your own checklist if you like, or you might just check off the things, done that, done that, done that, done that. Okay, I need this. I need to get my salesperson certified, or I need to get my front office manager into foot training. Okay? So the next question is, oh, sorry, there's one more thing I wanted to point out, is that when you're looking at training, there are some things that don't require training that could harm you if you don't get them done. So example is if you go to Performance Tracker, and I think I have a Performance Tracker up and running here. Yes. So you go to Performance Tracker, and I pulled one. Thank you, Trish and Marcus down in Casa Grande for being my guinea pig. But you're green across the board. But you can go into training and make sure that is in the Holiday Inn Express. This is a Holiday Inn Express. That three employees have taken the basic training, the Essentials of Loyalty Compliance. Because if you haven't and you missed that for a quarter, there's a fine. Okay? So you could have 8 credits. You could meet all of your other standards, but if you don't do this one, there's a fine. Okay? So it's separate. Make sure that ISG Rewards Club training is complete as well. Now, where do I find more classes? There is, and I included this in the email, an interactive learning and delivery training calendar. Just bookmark this. It's an internet site. So you just go and bookmark this site, and then you can say, oh, I'm in Oklahoma. Let's look at what's in Oklahoma. Well, there actually are 2 classes coming up in December in Tulsa. This is December 10th, 2019, Championing the Brand Experience and Loyalty Champion Workshop. So if you need either one of those classes, Belinda Bessie is going to be doing some training there. You just click on this. It'll take you right there to register. Pretty cool, huh? So I'm going to go back up here. Now, if you don't find anything in your state, like let's click on Arizona. Well, Arizona's not listed. And I've checked. Are they listed? No. So there's nothing for Arizona right now. Of course, there's stuff in California. You could also click on virtual training, and you'll see all the different training that's available by date. So you can say, well, I'm available in this month of December. I have to get 4 more credits. Which of these 4 classes are going to be best for me? Okay? So that's the interactive learning and delivery training calendar, and everybody should have a copy of that, and make sure you bookmark it and keep it somewhere where you can find it again on one of your browsers. So the questions, hopefully I was able to answer some of these, but how many credits do you currently have? What training do you need to take? Are you fully compliant with the training? And what classes should you take? Now, if you need help identifying which classes, that I'm here to help you. I can help to give you some ideas on which classes to take. If you feel that you've taken all the classes that are out there, you've learned everything there is to know, take a look at some of the Stephen Covey classes that are offered virtually. They're very nice, and they teach you a little bit about, maybe improving your skills as a manager or as a leader. Very good stuff. So take a look at those if you're at a loss of like, oh, I've taken all these classes already. Make sure that you take a look at those because they are fairly new, and I hope you enjoy them. So last but not least, make sure that you are subscribed. And there's a little bell on the side there, and I'm a big YouTube fan, obviously. But what that'll do is it'll send you a little note when I make a little video like this. I'm typically going to make them during the week and then put them out on a Friday. So if I have time during the week, I'll actually create the video and then upload it. So if you want to see it before Friday, you just can't wait to see me, then put that in and then just click that little bell. If you just want to wait till Friday and wait for the email, that's fine too. That's okay. The idea of these videos is really to give you some additional information and help you do your job better with common questions that I got on a regular basis so that I can answer them all quickly and get to you quickly. All right? Thanks a lot. Talk to you soon.